Hey guys, welcome back. David Deek here from the Get a Clue Marketing Show. And, it's been a long time since I made an episode because life gets in the way. I've been doing a lot of freelancing, doing a lot of video product demonstrations, and that really takes a lot of time for my clients. So I'm getting back into it because I want you to get a clue about what to do with your marketing, okay, whether it's online or offline. So you definitely want to subscribe to the Get a Clue Marketing Show. I'm going to be coming up with a lot more videos so that you can, see step by step on how things done, how people buy, they don't buy, the psychology behind it. And in fact, we're going to be talking about that today in our episode. We're going to be talking about 14 reasons why people do not buy from you. Okay, that's all coming up on this episode of the Get a Clue Marketing Show. Okay, great. Welcome back. So today we're talking about 14 reasons why people do not buy from you. Okay, now I have my own personal feelings when I'm shopping. All these things go on in your head like, do I really need this right now? Yes, I do need it right now, those type of things. But there's actually 14 different reasons why people don't buy. Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to start out this section with our Q&A because people really want to know, why don't people buy from you? Okay, so number one, they don't see a need to buy it right now. Okay, it's something that they glance at it excuse me, they glance at it in the store, or they're browsing online. I do a lot of my shopping on Amazon, and then I do a little bit of shopping around from there. But you don't see a need, but it pops up anyway, showing you, hey, do you need this now? I said, no, I don't need it right now. So the second one, there's no urgency. It's not a priority, okay? So that's why you have a shopping cart, to put it into the cart. You say, I'm going to need this later on down the line. For example, I need, some more new lighting and things like that. So I don't need it right now, but I will need it as we go forward. So there's no urgency to buy, what you have to offer, okay? The third thing is there's low or no trust. Okay, the problem with this is they don't know who you are. So if you're offering, something that's, well, it doesn't matter how much the price is, whether it's $30 or $550. They want to know, what's going on. Who are you? What kind of company are you? Do you have a refund policy? Are you adding enough trust to the person that's wanting to buy? Okay. And if not, if the, let's say the address and the URL address is kind of wonky, and it's, coming from another country, you're kind of hesitant. This is one of the reasons why you won't buy. Okay. Another number 4 is relationship or rapport has not been established. Of course, this goes along the lines of trust as well. But if you're selling like information, like I do, information products and teaching and classes and things like that, you want to have a relationship with your followers, with your people in your community. Okay. And if you don't have that established, you really don't have a right to ask them for a $500 check in order to sell a product that they don't know if it's going to work for them. Okay, you haven't established that relationship. Number 5 is no money or budget. Okay, this happens a lot when you're going out, you're knocking on people's doors, and asking them if you could sit down with them, and you go through the whole presentation. This is one of my experiences. You go through the whole presentation, they really don't intend to buy, and you find out that they don't have money, or they don't have a budget, and you just spent all that time, making your presentation. Okay, that's happened to me. It's wasted my time, and I just didn't even know they didn't have any money or they weren't ready for it. Okay, so that's one. That's number 5. Number 6 is no authority to buy. Now this happened a lot when I was meeting with corporate people. They would always send out their office manager to, kind of like a gatekeeper. You get in the appointment, they send the office manager and not the sales manager or marketing manager to find out what you have to offer. Now this will save you a lot of time by going directly to the person that needs to hear your presentation. Okay, so if they don't have any authority to buy, they're just wasting your time. So it's very important that you find the right person that you want to talk to. Okay, if you have some kind of sales technique, you need to be talking to the sales manager or the marketing manager that has the authority. Okay, otherwise, or the purchasing agent. If the office manager, they send out the office manager, somebody to listen to your spiel, and they have no authorization to buy, then you're just wasting your time. Number 7, there's still has, these people still have unresolved issues or objections. Okay. Now, this is when, you're making a presentation or, your website, whatever it is, and there's very little information about who you are, what service that you're offering, what kind of product you have, how is your product going to save these people's problems. You know what I mean? So I've had to do that a lot in my presentations where these people are skeptical, they're on the fence, and I haven't settled all their objections. So you have to go back and keep asking questions, keep probing. Number 8, the website or mobile site is confusing. Okay, I've had several websites that had no place for me to really interact or to chat, to contact. Maybe their contact information is just really vague, kind of like Facebook when you're trying to email them, but everything is vague. You don't know where their contact information is and things like that. Or the website is laid out to be really confusing. You're talking about one thing in one section, and then underneath that it's a totally different product that they're selling or a service. Okay, so you definitely want to have that streamlined and out, from beginning all the way down to the bottom of the page to lead them right into the sale or the conversion to get on your list. Number 9 is the shopping cart. Maybe your shopping cart is too clumsy. I've had this happen before where there were too many steps involved. I said, you know what? I'm going to go somewhere else. When you're, it should be like either a 2 to 3 step process when it comes to the shopping cart. Number 1, you click onto the product that you want, goes over to your shopping cart. You open up your shopping cart and then you order. That's it. Okay, it shouldn't be, all that. If you want to add the billing information, the credit card information, that should all be on your cart when you're ready to buy. Okay, it should all be right there. So if your shopping cart is too clumsy, if there's too many clicks and you're going this page to that page, people are going to get lost. Number 10, too much choice and options. Now, this is an interesting thing because Amazon gives you plenty of choices. You can really get mixed up with all the different choices are involved, and if there's too much choice, people just shut down. Too much information because so many people are distracted nowadays, and if you give them too much choice, too many options, they're going to get confused. Okay, number 11, they don't have time to use your product or your service, or they don't have time to figure it out. Now, this is an example of this would be like a software program. Okay, now if the software program, you got to get it all set up. Let's say you're about to buy a program that's going to help you with your accounting, or it's going to help you do your social media posts a lot faster, but it's too confusing. You've got all these different pages that you have to fill out information so everything could go out smoothly. That's going to be a problem. That's a hurdle that people just don't have time for. Okay, so there's a lot of people out there. You yourself may be working full time, but you have a part-time business you want to get off the ground. There's a software program that's going to help you do that, but when they start going through the presentation, you could be watching a video, a webinar, and it's just overwhelming technical jargon, technical things that you have to do. Then you're just going to cancel and say, I'll wait for something easier to figure out. Okay, so that's number 11 is people just don't have time to go through it. Okay. Number 12, there's no good customer service. How many times have you gone to a product or a product website, okay, and you want to contact somebody in sales and they give you a generic response, or they don't give you any response at all? I've had that happen too, where I really want to buy that product, but I really want to, have someone reassure me that this is going to work. Okay. So I have poignant questions that I have in my emails and the things that I'm asking for, and they just can't answer them. And it's really frustrating because I don't know whether or not the product is going to do what I need it to do. So another thing is, if you call someplace and they have no good customer service, and they kind of treat you like a number. Yeah, this is so-and-so, XYZ, trading post. What can I do for you? It's not upbeat. It's today's day and age, it's like hit or miss. Either they have great customer service or they don't. Okay. I will tell you this, though. What I have found in my, just going around locally at these gas stations, there must have been a memo put out for these store managers that they must have excellent customer service, because every time I walk into the gas station, they greet you whether or not they have a line or not. They still say hello as you're walking in, and they're very friendly behind the desk. And I was shocked to see that change over the last couple of years. Okay, number 13 is your ad copy doesn't close the prospects. Okay, you're not leading them into a situation where you're empathizing with their pain, their situation. This is why you need this product, because you're in so much pain. It's costing you so much time and energy that you need to get this software or this product or this service, and it doesn't lead them all the way into your ad copy needs bullet points of features and benefits, and the benefits just don't close the products. That goes back to don't close the prospects. That goes back to not having enough information, but poignant information leading directly to their pain points. Okay, what are they? You need to cover all the pain points to lead them into the sale or the conversion. Okay, I've seen plenty of ad copy that misses out. They have this corporate website, and they got a picture and a small paragraph on what the service does, and that is it. I mean, I've seen some people selling a $27 product that has 8 pages of ad copy showing them all the objections that they may have, all the benefits that the product will do for you, including with video, including all the ad copy, and 8 pages versus a corporate website that they assume that you're going to buy it anyway. Okay, there's almost like this, this corporate, I don't know. They want to keep it clean, but they don't give you enough information about that. So the ad copy is really terrible. And then number 14 is bad reviews. This is another reason why people don't buy from you. If you have bad reviews, and you can't change those reviews, but you can write to those people and say, look, I want to try to get you to change your review from bad to good. And some people just don't want to deal with it, and they also talk about the products. Like when I'm on Amazon looking at different reviews, it's tough because you have a 4-star rating on a product. You got on one side, you got all these great reviews. And then on the other side, you have, oh, the product didn't work. It worked for a week. It worked for a day. This is a piece of crap. And it's really confusing for the user like myself. I'm like, man, do I really do this? Do I want to go through the hassle of returning the product? Do I want to go to the hassle of getting my money back from this person? Or do I just go to another product? So bad reviews definitely has a problem with that. So getting people to buy. So anyway, those are the 14 reasons. I know I went long on this topic, but let me give you, in our next segment, we're going to be talking about facts and stats so that you can get some real percentages on why people are not buying from you. All this coming up. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, in our facts and stats, I got some eye-popping percentages for you that you're going to really enjoy. This is going to help you craft your website in a way that's going to convert and sell more products, okay? So I'm over at Forbes.com, and I came across this post by Blake Morgan, 50 retail innovation stats that you can prove the power of the customer experience. Because let's face it, if you have a good experience on a shop, an online e-commerce shop, then they're going to purchase from them all the time. Okay, so let me give you some stats on why you need to craft your website, etc., so that you can get some more conversion. 73% of customers use multiple channels to shop. Let's talk about, like eBay, Amazon, Google Shopping, Walmart, etc. And in 2018, 51% of e-commerce brands offered the same day delivery. Okay, that's up 16% from the year before. Experts predict that within the next 2 years, 65% of online retailers will offer same-day shipping. And to be honest with you, they're going to have to, because that is one of the main reasons why people are shopping online, if they're offering same-day shipping or 2-day shipping. That's why Amazon Prime owners love shopping on Amazon for the 2-day shipping. Okay, 41% of e-commerce brands are now shoppable Instagram posts. Now, one place that you can go to when you go to Instagram, look up Cheddar.com. They have a great, their posts are great, showing you the latest products that they have on their platform, and you'll be amazed on how Instagram can really boost your sales. Okay, 87% of consumers begin their shopping journey with digital. Okay, this is true for me. When I was shopping, I always want to get the specs first and see what it looks like, and then maybe I'll go down to the store and really take a gander on what it looks like in the actual size. Okay, 77% of consumers, including 60% of millennials, have relationships with their brands over 10 years. Okay, if you're just starting out, now's the time to be an influence. Talking about influence, 77% of consumers say discounts influence where they shop. Okay, so a lot of times when you go to Amazon or Walmart, they're always going to have these discounts that pop up, and like Groupon too. You can always get Groupon discounts to speed up their decision making, and that's 48%. Okay, you can go over to eMarketer too. They have great stats for marketing and knowing your numbers. Okay, 53% of consumers want all coupons to be digital. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these. I just wanted to show you some highlights on what we were talking about before. This is 87% of customers will abandon their online carts if the checkout process is too difficult. Now that's major, 87%. Okay. That's why I was telling you earlier that you need to have a smooth transaction all the way to the end purchase. And if that shopping cart is clumsy and you can't see the items that you have, and you don't, it's almost impossible to find out where to pay, they're going to skip out of there really quick. Obviously, 87% of these customers have problems in the past with shopping carts. Okay. The majority of customers, 58%, say the top reason for leaving a shopping cart is the high shipping cost. Okay. There's where shipping comes into play. So you're getting a great deal. They show you this for $9.95, but the shipping is like double that. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why people abandon their shopping carts. 84% customers will abandon a purchase if the website is not secure. We talked about that your website needs to be secure, terms of service, etc. Privacy, that all has to be secured. Okay. 82% of consumers will consult their phone's media device while they're in a store. Okay. Have you guys ever done this? You go to Walmart or another big box store, and you're looking at the prices online and you're comparing them. I've done that several times, whether it's at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Best Buy. I always go there to compare shops, but at least I can see and feel what the product is actually going to be. 69% of online shoppers say that the quality or relevance of the company's message influences their perception of the brand. Okay, this is over at Think with Google. That's another site. I'll talk about that in the book market segment coming up. Okay, so those are just a few percentages. Let's go over to another. Let's go to another place, business2community.com. I found this chart. Let me open it up in a different tab so you can see it. The reasons why consumers shop online. Okay, the ability to shop 24/7, to compare prices, online sale prices are better, to save time, convenience, not going to the stores. These are all the main reasons why people shop online, including myself. Okay, they want to avoid crowds. 15%. Products are not sold in my city or country. That's a big advantage. Shipping prices, we talked about that. So those are the top reasons why people shop online. What other stats that we can find from this? Okay, 80% of customers say the experience of a company provides as important as the products and services. Okay, which means the customers out there have a high expectation when it comes to a shopping store, an e-commerce store. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about social commerce. All right, social media shopping, social commerce. It's all coming together, like Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and other shopping channels that are great for showing off the products. I talked about, when I was on Instagram the other day, I came across this company called Cheddar, and they do great little spots on how the people on that platform are showing off their products. Okay, according to the data by Big Commerce, focusing on the U.S. market alone, 30% of online shoppers will likely make a purchase through social media network. Okay, so it's not just having a Facebook page. Okay, you really do need a website, but the Facebook page will lead them over to a website where they can purchase. Okay, a lot of technical apps and shopping carts have integrated with Facebook, which is really good. So that's something that you want to pay attention to. If there's an app that you can make on these social networks that they can purchase directly on a social network like Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, then you definitely want to pay attention to that, okay? Almost 3 out of 10 consumers are likely to follow a brand on Facebook. 20% would likely make a purchase from a social media network. And the reason for that is people can chime in on the product and and you can see all the different comments of what people liked about it and what they didn't like about it, etc. Okay, according to statistics, Pinterest itself, 73% of users believe content from brands make this platform more useful, while 61% have made a purchase after seeing business content on their site. Okay, so Pinterest is a major player, and it offers huge amount of traffic that people are not using to sell their products, but you should. Okay, mobile commerce, we're talking about 156 billion in 2017 that mobile shopping generated, and that's a lot. Okay, no wonder why these retail stores are just going out of business left and right. 90% of consumers said they use multiple devices in everyday tasks, while 40% say that their mobile device conduct research. Okay, that's one of the things we were talking about, how you're in a store and you're doing, you're shopping on your mobile phone to see if you got the best price or not. Mobile commerce sales, both Black Friday and Cyber Monday in 2018, surpassed $2 billion, breaking the previous, and that's only going to go up, guys. So your mobile sites, you have to make your websites mobile ready, mobile friendly, okay? All right, mobile is going to dominate the online sales by 54% by 2021. 70% mobile searches lead to action within an hour. That's good to know, okay? So you definitely want to be ready for that. 60% of consumers admit digital window shopping for fun on their smartphones. 77% of those making an impulse purchase when they do, using PayPal. That's a source from them. Okay, so let's go over to V12data.com. I wanted to show you this real quick, this chart. The biggest drawback to online shopping is not able to feel or touch or try a product, okay? I might have mentioned this earlier, that when I was shopping for a camcorder, I was looking at Sony, Panasonic, and Canon, and when I went down to I was able to handle each one of those cameras. And when I got to the Sony camera, it was cheaper than the Canon, and it was all plastic. Okay, and Panasonic really didn't really like the brand as far as camcorders were concerned, so I ended up with a Canon camcorder that had a lot less plastic than the other two. Okay, so that was important, and then I knew I was going to save about $100, shopping for it online versus a big box store. 24% say that the lack of physical experience. Okay, this is one of the drawbacks, but like I said, if you have shopped somewhere and you know what it looks like, and it's a repeat sale, and it's fast and it's convenient and it's guaranteed, then more and more people are going to shop online. But that is one of the drawbacks, that you can't take a look at how big it is and the specs. Other people are talking about scam and fraud. Of course, you have to have a secured website in order for you to gain their trust. Okay, so that's real quick on that one. This is HubSpot, one of the places I go to for my facts and stats. Just come down here to e-commerce. 84% of people will not make a purchase if they are dealing with an unsecured website. I just mentioned that. By 2021, the global retail e-commerce will reach $4.5 trillion. Okay, that is amazing. More and more, and that's one of the reasons why these local brick and mortar stores they're just going out of business. I mean, yeah, you can walk in and have an atmosphere, and people can, you know what? You're always going to have that. You're always going to have that percentage of people that need to feel and touch a product and then walk out buying it. Okay, but the trend is all going online. Local SEO. 72% of consumers who did a local search visited a store within 4 miles. Now, we talked about this earlier, that you need to be on Google Maps and you need to optimize that so that you're on the top of Google Maps if you own a storefront in your area. Okay, 82% of smartphone shoppers conduct near me searches. That's very important. 28% of searches nearby result in a purchase. Okay, so you're driving down the street and you're searching for a special deal and it's near you, they're going to buy. 61% of all mobile searches are more likely to contact a local business if they have a mobile friendly site. Okay, Google drives 96% of mobile search traffic. Okay, that is huge. That's huge reason why you need to be mobile ready. 46% of Americans will check their smartphones before getting out of bed. Okay, so that's just some other things. You can take a look at, other stats that you need to know. So this is all this information is going to help you construct your ad copies, construct your website, your shopping cart, all of that you need to know before setting it up. If you already have a website, these are just some things that you can critique. Okay. All right. Up next is our book market segment. Okay, in our book market segment, I wanted to show you some of the places I was just at. Forbes.com, V12data.com, and thinkwithgoogle.com, Brizfield.com, and also HubSpot.com. These are great places that you can go to. I'll put this in the show notes so that you don't have to write all this stuff down and make it easier for you, okay? All right, next, coming up, we're talking about do-it-yourself action steps that you can increase the odds of a consumer purchase on your website or your mobile site, okay? So number one, you want to evaluate your website and your product pages to steer them into a sale, okay? Number two, you want to create a frequently asked question page. This is where you're going to list out all the objections for your prospects. If you talk about guarantee, you talk about money back. If they have a problem, you talk about, what the product's going to do for them, and privacy, how you're going to handle their, their private information, etc. But you definitely want to have this to cover all their objections. You want to also show scarcity in your products. Okay, you want to have limited time offer products on there that show them that they need to buy now before they click away. Okay. Number four is that you want to add a contact clock on your site. Okay. Especially if you have limited funds. Let's say you have an inventory that's been sitting on a shelf for a long time and you just want to have a fire sale. You want to add a countdown clock on your site so that they can see that they're only going to get this limited time special offer before the countdown clock goes to zero. Okay, so that helps with the scarcity. That helps with getting them to take action right away. Number five is get a reliable shopping cart. Now I know that oneshoppingcart.com has been around for years, and you can take a look at that. They're pretty reliable. Number six is making buying on your site as smooth as possible. We already showed you some percentages on why people I think it was 87% or 82% that people click off the shopping cart because it was too confusing, or things like that. Number 7 is focus on solutions to their pain. Okay, so you want to sprinkle these pain points throughout your ad copy. What's the physical pain that they're going through? How much time are they wasting? And mental stress. So if you can answer all those pain points that they have for your product that you're selling, you definitely want to have that in your ad copy as bullet points. That's all the time I got. I go long on these segments because just a lot of things come to mind as I'm talking. So I just want to say thanks for watching the Get a Clue Marketing Show. If you want to get some more clues, go over to my blog, thegetacluemarketingshow.com. I have quizzes and word puzzles that will help cement each marketing term so that it sinks in. I always believe that marketing is fun if you can make it fun, and you can do it like a word search puzzle or a tag or word cloud. People will retain the information a little bit more. So anyway, subscribe to the Get a Clue Marketing Show on YouTube. Check out my blog, because we talk about marketing and entrepreneurship and all the different stories that I went through, so you don't make the same mistakes. So anyway, this is David Deek. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.